Alright, who was all up there in my last video. This video is about dominance, okay? I figured this out a while, literally. Back in the days, it was reversed, alright? I used to be laughing, literally. I used to tell stories, literally, to the ARL. Yo, literally, this girl fucked me in my sleep, literally, just stuck her finger up my ass, literally, all that shit, alright? Literally, but in seriousness, what I mean by dominance is literally I've had Mirage, Revy BM, Revy from Black Lagoon, what you want to call it, Baby Mama, etc. Alright? Now, what ends up happening is dominance is when somebody's trying to get over it. Literally, you physically put that person into submission. Like when somebody's manipulating you, you say, hey, you little shit, literally this, and that. That's dominance. And dominance is important, for human beings as much as, lesbian cops, fat people. Like they say, oh, that's not really titty dares. That's not really titty, right? And that's not even titty decay. Literally, you are dominant. Literally, a part of dominance is showing physical strength. Why do you think I pound? Literally, pounding. Literally, is the part of the group home where we're all arrogant to a certain extent, but we're calling out manipulation. So what white people do, literally, is they sniff under their breath, really go to their sort of plays and shit, literally hide behind the little white kids, white people friends, literally, but by that time, literally, we're dealing with something fucking bigger. See, it's a catch-22 to everything. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because back, on the days, where I was fucking me in my sleep. Literally, whether it was Jordan, whether it was Holy Girls, etc. Alright? That is not dominance, okay? Literally, that's why people kept on making fun of me, but I kept on calling out the cat's story too. Literally, when it came to relations back then, literally, even though they were married, where it came to facial expression, she was not feeling him. Alright? Literally, the reason why you want to be dominant, literally, so somebody can't get over you, so somebody can make you feel emotional. Why you think that pound every single time? Literally, Revy from Black Lagoon. Insert dominance here. Literally, dominance is a big thing, when you're an adult, alright? Literally, that's why, literally, when it came time to close, oh, chimney sweep, I actually, yelled at him, alright? And, literally, that is the fucking truth, that's the core of this video, okay? I'm not trying, go too much, and too outer in-depth, literally, but I was dominant, back in the days when Infinity War came out, that was a shit, back, Johnson Cold Pizza, literally, it was there, literally, I showed up, high one day, to fucking work. A lot of times I did, I had good behavior, but disease, literally fucking said, okay, fucking you expect me to believe that shit? You expect that literally you were just there for a fucking credits, literally go sober up, literally, so it was true. That's just one aspect of it, okay? Literally, and that's the pounding aspect. So the other, aspect of this video is, so I saw Lizzie McGuire on TV, Hillary Duff. Now let me tell you something I learned about this quarantine. Hillary Duff is pulling the exact same shit that I'm pulling with in the ARL on the fucking Disney Channel compared to Even Steven, compared to other shows and how they're produced. Literally, it's just this and that. I figured that out over time. Why? Because I started a career of every day, literally, the three CDs, literally, where Hillary Duff go down the bottom. It's true. You want to know why? Because you didn't understand something, when I got more to the interior shit and you kept on pushing that celebrity literally is for a fucking idiot, shit kept on collapsing because I kept on working hard. So I gave up, recently, literally. I don't, support that shit, in that fashion because you kept on, trying to make fun of me, literally, with Fat Cats for Truth. So I'm like, get out of here, alright? Literally, so second of all, okay? The war between those two schools are so big. Literally, Andre went to that school. Literally, his dad told him not to go there because it said Loli was for specific people. Okay, literally, and I'm telling you, I may not have everything, but it's gonna be big. I was gonna confirm multiple things this video, along with Alex McConey. Let me think. It has something to do with One Piece. Uh, fucking yeah, but the whole point why you want to be dominant, literally, so somebody can't fool you, this and that. But in this generation, want to try to explain, because we're always pound, because we always want to be a wannabe gangster. It's nobody can sell shit with their words, which is a big thing, alright? Because when I got to Alpha, they gotta do everything about humans, I do everything this and that, to the point there was one girl who was ugly, alright? Literally, I knew she was on MTV one time. One of the biggest, things that MTV, Adam, Karen, where everyone would call him, was there too, when he had his little, that bitchy and Elliot, he decided, to go on a dance floor shit, and he was there the legendary moment, the same person that was paying me was there for a legendary moment. We just said, what's up? And it was purple. That came from an ugly person, okay? Literally. So when it came to Craigler Creek, literally, when it came to the street, well, like Baraka, what he do? What I couldn't do in the hood, like Dr. Ninja Storm. Literally, she's like, oh, that's you. That's him. This, that was hella funny, okay? I do not appreciate that. I appreciate Lily fucking all the time about me, over 300 pounds and stuff, because I actually do have, $300, not pounds, worth of stuff. Is it worth 300? Yeah, it was worth 300 altogether for all the trips. But let's not be real here. I was promised millions on top of trillions of dollars. Okay, literally. So I don't appreciate him going out serving me. That's a little money now, but I could be big money later. So you have to figure out something happened. Okay, literally. So you got dust it. From dusk to dawn. Literally, you gotta move on. Literally, it's true. It's very fucking true. Literally, that's why I was surprised that Raccoon literally and Vegeta did the same voice. Chris voiced both of them, during the time. Literally, so remember, guys, literally freaking how this shit actually works. Literally, Shimo only has a little bit, a glimpse of fucking hope left for a shitload of yelling. Literally, the cops told him it's his time, but actually being a voice actor of Goku, if he wants to change his ways, he has to have intent. And you know why I don't believe any of this shit? Because I had the biggest intent out of everybody. I literally purposely stopped where I was ahead. Literally, where it came to only 2,000 leads versus everybody who kept on doing the shit over and over again, like Bruno. Literally, I literally had that. Literally, I had the Martin Luther King. I had this and that. I knew I was a mid-tier temptation because of the way I came at James. Literally, I knew this, and that, and what happened. Literally, got all the way to 31. But where we get here, literally, the future Trunks, it's the common sense thing right now, because what I have is, and that's why, with that knowledge and everything being assessed, they only put me in resin once, okay? Literally, so think about all that at once.